Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fan Behavior. I am Zoe, back with Hannah.
Hello, everyone.
Back in person, which is fun, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is fun.
I mean, it is fun, but like, it's always fun.
Yeah.
It's not like
I get
we
you.
need to be in person for it to be fun.
Such a good point.
But it is more fun.
Yeah.
Off week in Formula One, which is nice. We're in the home stretch. We are in the home stretch. It is November.
It's a blessing to be in the home stretch. I'm not going to lie.
It is a blessing. It does feel like it feels like the last handful of, I'm surprised. It's catching me off guard that we have 4 races left. It feels like we got to the end pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. And these are such
important.
And we have never had a season like this for us as fans,
right,
where it really has come down to the wire like this.
It does feel tense.
Because by this point in most seasons, it's pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yes, people are mathematically in it at some points, I guess last year, but for the most part, we knew it was over.
Yeah.
Not this season, so it is stressful. We are going to do a mailbag episode. We got some great questions from you all, so thank you for sending those in. Brazil this weekend, which is just so exciting. Yeah, Interlagos.
Mm-hmm. So funny.
Which is the best. Sprint weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. Happy Halloween as well.
Happy Halloween, yes.
Hannah and I did not do a costume this year. I did have an idea. I texted Hannah. I had this brilliant idea late actually on Halloween evening that Hannah and I should have dressed up as Martin Brundle and Nico Rosberg doing the grid walk. And really, honestly, I feel like TikTok has, like, people are only doing costumes for TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
People are only dressing up so that they can do a very niche TikTok video with like a sound related to said costume and go viral, which we kind of did the same thing a couple years ago. But we could have done a really funny TikTok, I feel like, as Martin and Nico.
Yeah.
Who would you, I have an idea of who we would each have been, but like.
I just assumed you'd be Martin and I would be Nico.
I thought I would be Nico and you'd be Martin.
That's fine too.
But just because, well, I guess they're both kind of sassy. I don't know, but maybe I would be Martin.
Like in the grid walk element, like I am probably in our dynamic, I am more Martin.
Yeah. I did see some people doing Mary-Kate and Ashley, and I thought that has nothing to do with F1. But I did think like they these girls wore Our Lips Are Sealed, you know, the checkered,
the go-go outfit.
The go-go outfits. I was like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah, my favorite was that I saw, and I think I sent it to you, but the Diner Girl Sam from Cinderella Story. I thought that was a great version. I've never seen that costume before. Yes. I thought it was fantastic.
Yes. So hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. Mm-hmm. Hope you got some candy. And we'll start brainstorming. We just need a really iconic moment.
Yeah.
It would be funny also to be like you're Toto Wolff or I'm Toto Wolff, and then one of us is the headphones he slammed down on the table.
Yeah.
You know,
that would be
like
funny. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, or the receipts printed out.
Or the receipts. Yeah, have it like Checo said the car is fucked. Or no, it's like
receipt.
It's like a text message from Checo. The car is fucked.
Yeah. I printed them out.
Or as like the red flag, a certain kind of red flag that came out, or you know, I don't know, the safety car perhaps. Yeah. We could get creative with it. So
we'll start brainstorming.
360 how many days left to figure it out.
But I was looking back on that since you reposted it. Yeah. I was like, wow, I really blocked out how much time I spent cricketing. Yeah, all of that. You did. I was like, for anyone who has cricketed before, I was like weeding all of the little stickers out of it was very time consuming.
I think we watched, it may have been Mexico City. It probably was. You came over to watch the race and you were making it while we were watching the race, because then we recorded the episode right after that. You were still finishing it up.
Yeah, I was like ironing.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny.
You put in the work.
I did my best.
Well, it was fantastic. And it got us on the Merc Instagram page.
Cover photo,
which is prime location.
Yeah. We're still available.
Exactly. If you want us to do anything for you guys. All right. Let's get to some of these questions you guys sent in. Some of them are fun, silly. Some are more, you know, I don't know what the word is, but not serious, but like
real
knowledge-based questions, that kind of thing.
My favorite.
Yeah, I know you love those. All right. Let's do the first one. For each teammate duo, which one would dress up as the witch and which one would be the black cat? So I actually wrote down below here just so we have them all.
Yeah.
Let's go through each teammate duo and decide who's the black cat and who's the witch. Okay. So starting with Max and Yuki.
I think Yuki's the black cat. No?
I think Max is the black, because Max is very cat-like. He's kind of lurking. He's just sort of, sneaks up on you, kind of.
Sure.
So I think
you
Max,
never know what he's going to do.
Exactly. I think Max is a black cat and Yuki is the witch.
Fine by me.
George and Kimmy. This one's kind of a little hard because they
feel
neither
both
of them
witch
are
energy.
Yes, they both feel witch energy. But I'm gonna say
I think by default Kimmy, because George would.
Kimmy's what? The black cat.
The black cat, because George would say, "No, I'm gonna be the witch."
Yeah, George is gonna say, and George loves to cast a spell.
So true.
Okay, Lewis and Charles. I think
we do know that about him.
This one's interesting too because Lewis gives both black cat and witch energy.
Yeah, it's like the shark tooth situation. But I think Lewis is black cat.
Okay, Lewis is black cat, and
Charles is a little bit more obvious in his tactics. You know what I mean?
That's true. Lewis is kind of more.
Know what you're gonna get. Black cat is very much operating behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yes, and he's gonna pounce at any moment.
Yeah.
Lando and Oscar, this is so obvious. Oscar's the black cat.
Yeah.
Lando is the witch. Alex and Carlos.
I think Alex would be the cat because he likes cats.
True.
I don't know that it's necessarily the vibe, but I think he just likes cats.
Alex likes the cat. Yeah. And this is in my brain. This is Sabrina the Teenage Witch and her cat.
Yeah.
What was his name?
That's gonna start with a B.
People are screaming.
I know. Thank you.
Sabrina. I'm going to look this up. Why
do I want to say Baxter? I know
that sounds like very close. Oh, okay.
No.
This says it's Salem.
Oh, yes. Maybe I'm thinking of Banks from...
Oh, you're thinking of Banks.
Yeah, the B name.
Yes, Salem. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking of is Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Salem. If you don't know that
that's
show,
funny because I was picturing like Alphabet and a black hat. Well, when you said witch, I'm like picturing pointy hat, like costume.
Oh, you're thinking like... I'm just thinking of... I feel like this is the... To me, the witch black cat duo is Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I understand now.
Yeah, so Alex is a black cat. Carlos is the witch. Okay, Fernando and Lance.
I think Fernando's the cat. If we're talking about sneaky...
I know, but Fernando is such a witch, and Lance is kind of the like...
Okay.
Like,
If we're talking that kind of cat, then yeah, totally. First of all, love that you did that.
Viewers only will see that.
Yeah.
Ollie and Esteban. Esteban, I think he's...
Esteban? Who's Esteban?
He's... the cat.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and Ollie's the witch.
Yeah.
Nico and Gabby. I think Gabby's the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Nico, witch.
Yeah, I think so.
Pierre and Franco.
I think Pierre's the cat. No?
I don't know. Pierre kind of gives witch vibes.
Sure.
He's kind of like conniving behind, like, I don't know. This one's tough for me. But Franco doesn't give black cat energy either. He's kind of like more golden retriever vibe.
Yeah.
So maybe we can say Franco's the witch and Pierre's the black cat.
Okay.
And Liam and Isaac. I think Liam is, let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cat.
Witch. Oh.
Shoot. Okay.
Darn.
I think you're right. Liam's the witch.
Are you just saying
and
that?
Isaac's the black cat. No.
Okay.
No. I think that's correct.
Okay.
So if they want to go dress up as, Halloween's over now, but
next year.
Okay. Next question. Which driver started out as someone you disliked and is now a favorite or you find endearing? I think we have a couple of these.
Yeah, I will say probably Fernando, I would say, is the most obvious one because I was just like, wow, this guy's a dick. And then I was just like, oh, I love him. He's such a dick.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I will say my stance on Lewis has changed a bit. Not my stance on him. I've always like respected him as a driver, but I feel like
you were never a fan of his.
Well, yeah. I never rooted for his downfall, but he wasn't someone I was like devastated if he didn't do well. But I feel like I've come to understand him a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like could not believe that he did the interview with the Red Flags.
So amazing.
Love.
Yeah.
So excited for them. And then there was George.
Yeah. I was going to say Max for me. I was a victim of the Drive to Survive propaganda.
Yeah.
But I will say throughout it all, I always had a soft spot for Max because of Max and Daniel. Because I consumed a lot of Max and Daniel content early on in my F1 journey. And they were such a fun and endearing duo that I always knew there was another side to Max, but he was never someone that I was a fan of or that I really rooted for. And also we became fans right when his dominance was happening. He was winning everything.
Which was annoying.
And so it wasn't like I was anti-Max. I was just over him.
But look at your shirt.
I know. And I'm wearing a Max Verstappen shirt today. You know, like hell is frozen over. But now I really, I've always respected him, but just he's like undeniable. He's so hard to ignore, and you have to just respect what he's able to do. It's so impressive. And I think he is misunderstood, as you've always said.
I've been saying that since the beginning.
I would say George, same with you. I thought George was so annoying at the beginning, and now I just find him funny. I would not say I'm a, like, you know, he is not one that I'm not rooting for him in the race in terms of like he's someone that I want to see on a podium or win a race, but I always enjoy what he provides to the grid. He's obviously an amazing driver. He's funny. Like, he's just a necessary vibe to have.
I agree.
Fernando, I think, as well as you. I mean, Oscar was never someone that I didn't like. I just never thought I would like his first season. I didn't think I would like him as, I mean, I would say now he's in my top 3 drivers, and I don't know that I would have thought that season 1.
Well, he was the first for us. He was the first driver, like new driver that wasn't on Drive to Survive. That we were just like, I don't know you yet.
Yes,
not sure what your vibes are.
So I would say
they're immaculate.
Oh yeah. So I would say those are the ones that are probably. Everyone else I've either like stayed the same on, or I've always liked, or like, you know, always been one of my faves. Who was out of F1 first, Alonso or Lewis? I did see a rumor, an emphasis on the rumor part of it, that Ferrari is not really interested in re-signing Lewis after 26. And so that might be, there's a chance that could be his final season. Now, Fernando, he said if the car is bad, he's going to stay. If the car is good, it could be his last year. Yeah. Which is, you know.
I kind of feel like they're going to leave the same year.
That would be a lot to handle for the grid. That would be a seismic shift.
Yeah. But I do have to say, and this is maybe like a hot take, but I think Lewis would leave first.
I think Fernando hasn't won a race in whatever it's been, like 11 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
He's okay with his quote unquote legacy not going away, but you know, he hasn't won a race in forever. So he's okay being on a mid team or not having success. Whereas Lewis is clearly someone who I don't think he's going to allow himself to slip. He could last for as long as he wanted.
Yeah, like if Ferrari's not going to re-sign him and he can't go to like McLaren or Red Bull,
right?
Which I don't know. I mean, I'll never say never. We never saw this coming, but
he's done. He's going to respectfully walk out while he's still seen as it's the classic athlete thing of like, do you still want to go out when you are relatively on top and you're still having good success? It might not be the success you used to have, but you're still providing for your team, or do you want to just play as long as you can possibly play, even though it's like people are all saying to themselves, this guy should probably call it quits.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of agree that I mean it would be crazy if they left at the same time. Kind of iconic. Though I could also see Lewis and Fernando. It would be hilarious, though, actually, if they ended up on the same year. Just because, like,
I mean, think about the final dinner in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, it would be a lot. And the F1 grid would literally never be able, like, they would never be the same, and they would never be able to replace that kind of energy.
No,
in like not for another 100 years.
Least, yeah,
it's impossible to say.
Yeah,
but I think I think Lewis would leave before Alonso.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say. Okay. Who is Team Jacob and who is Team Edward from the F1 grid? We can go down the list. Obviously, for those who don't know, this is Twilight reference. Max.
I think he'd be Team Edward.
I think he's Team Edward as well.
Yeah.
Yuki.
Team Jacob.
Team Jacob. 100.
I don't even know why, but it's obvious.
It's so obvious.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter why. It's just so clear.
Because he loves a beefy man.
So true. Jason Statham.
He loves a strong guy. George, Edward. Kimmy,
probably Edward.
Probably Edward as well. I think you're right. Lewis.
I think he hates it all.
Lewis is Team Bella.
Totally. Such a good point.
And Charles, I kind of think Team Jacob.
Yeah.
I kind of think Team Jacob.
Yeah, I think so.
Lando,
Jacob.
Team Jacob. Oscar,
Edward. Yeah, they've got similar skin tones. So do I. So I can say
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Alex, Jacob. Carlos,
Jacob.
Yeah. Fernando.
He's Team what are they called? Volturi. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
But I think he would be Team Jacob.
Fernando's Team Carlisle.
Team Renesmee.
Team Renesmee. Lance is Team Edward.
Or Team Alice.
Team Alice.
But yeah, definitely.
He's Team Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
In the first one.
God, she was so annoying.
No, actually, who is Team Mr. Swan? What's his first name?
Oh, what is this for? Charlie.
Who's team Mr. Swan?
Yeah.
I think Nico.
Yeah.
Just dad vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Gotta look after
and
your
who's
kid.
Emmett.
Oh, Emmett, yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie is Team Edward. Esteban is Team Edward.
Probably, but he could go Jacob. You know, he's a big Avengers guy.
Yeah, and it's very like, you know,
Transformers.
Transforming into the wolf vibe. Yeah, that's a good point. Nico, we already said, is Team Charlie Swan. Gabby gives Team Alice vibes.
Yeah, he does.
Pierre
what's Alice's betrothed's name? Jackson or is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pierre, we know this.
Team Jacob.
Team Emmett.
Totally. Totally.
Franco. I think he's Team Jacob.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Liam doesn't care about it at all. Has never read it. Obviously, we know that.
He doesn't read books. And yeah, no, I don't. Team baseball game?
Yeah, Team baseball game. And Isaac is Team Jacob.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think that's I think that does.
I haven't rewatched any Twilight.
It's
so
a perfect
long.
season to rewatch.
It really is.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Team baseball game. Hilarious. Fantastic scene.
Such a good scene.
Did you know that Jennifer Lawrence auditioned to be Bella?
I didn't. But
she didn't get it, obviously.
Makes sense.
Yeah, kind of that same genre. And you know what? It all worked out for everyone because...
Well, and it was for Kristen Stewart was like the total right vibe.
Yeah, and people think that she was like... People think that she was giving a bad acting performance. And like, I wouldn't say it's her best, but... I think that character is that way.
Yeah,
that's how the character is written.
She was so awkward.
Exactly. And Jennifer Lawrence, had she been Bella, she would have never been Katniss Everdeen, I don't believe. I don't think she would have done 2 franchises.
So true. And we needed her there.
We needed her there.
Yeah.
So. Next episode.
I love these episodes.
Next episode, we'll do Team Gale and Team PETA.
We can. Unfortunately, I've literally only seen the first Hunger
one?
Games.
Well,
I think.
It's not, and I mean, it's. I feel like Edward and Jacob are
because it's Josh Hutcherson and Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah,
okay, I can figure that out.
Edward and Jacob are like equal players in the story, whereas I feel like Gale is never given a fair shot as like a contender against PETA. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. Next question. Okay, this was a good question that someone sent in, and I thought it would be good for us to answer, just in case other people don't know the answer either. So someone asked, what is the difference between a VSC and a safety car? I was confused in Mexico. So I thought I would explain the difference. So the VSC, that stands for virtual safety car, and that is exactly what it is, which is it's virtual. There's not an actual safety car that goes out on the track. And when a VSC comes out, it's typically for less quote unquote bad incidents. Like
it won't last as long.
It won't last as long.
Bringing out the full car.
And a VSC, basically every driver has to slow down their time. They have to bring their time within a certain delta, like or their speed. But it doesn't bunch up the cars. It just slows everything down. But the gaps all stay the same because they're all like maintaining the same speed. So it just makes everything a little safer while the marshals or whoever are clearing the track or taking off the car from the track or whatever. But it's typically for something that's going to get resolved pretty quickly. A safety car, an actual safety car, comes out onto the track. And this is typically for a bigger incident. And then the cars then have to file behind said safety car. Their times get really reduced. And that's when everyone bunches up, because basically the safety car bunches up the pack. And then that's when you have the safety car restart, and it's all very chaotic, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the difference. I know it seems almost like virtual safety car, it's like it's so obvious that it doesn't, you don't think like that it actually means virtual, but that is what it means. That's the answer. I don't know if you have anything else to add. And apparently, because we did record last week's episode after the race, and we found out after we recorded that the reason that they pulled out the VSC for Carlos was because apparently his like brakes were on fire or something like that. So there was some fire element to the incident.
Fair enough.
So just want to say that, but they didn't say that on the broadcast. So
I don't think they knew. Because they wouldn't show anything.
Exactly. Someone asked, if F1 didn't exist and you still had a podcast, what would it be about? And I wonder if this person is a new friend of ours, because
welcome.
We, for those who don't know, this actually all began back in 2022 as a non-F1 podcast. And you can go back to our very first episodes and see that. We started this podcast as a show where we would deep dive into fandoms. So we did episodes on like
Kate and Ashley,
One Direction, Taylor Swift,
Peloton,
Broadway, just kind of like we would talk about the things that we loved, or we'd have people on who were obsessed with certain things to chat about just like the fandom culture behind. We did Book Talk, I think. We did Love Island. We did Glee. That would have also been a hilarious. We should have been Will Schuester and Sue Sylvester.
Nice.
That would have been.
Do you know that Will Schuester and Will Buxton are the same person?
That is so disrespectful to Will Buxton.
No. Not Matthew Morrison. Will Schuester.
Okay, I think
no, but they have a similar energy.
They do have a very earnest energy to them, but I think Will Schuester is one of the absolute worst characters ever known to mankind. And
I didn't mean it like to be super offensive to Will.
I love Will. You might not think Will Schuester. I just personally think Will Schuester.
No, I can't stand Will Schuester, but I love Will. So that maybe wasn't fair.
But I think that would have been so funny.
Yeah.
And you would have had to have been Will Schuester.
Yeah, I know.
Now, actually, you would have been Sue. You would have been Sue, and I would have been Will, I think. And
next time.
Then there's so many good TikTok sounds. What does she say? Like, I don't want to spend like my time like with fatties and losers or something. I don't remember what Sue Sylvester said on that show. Is like
so not allowed.
It's diabolical.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hilarious. Yeah. Though. Anyway,
what were we talking about just before that?
Oh, what we did. We did episodes on Glee.
Episodes. But it was all started because this was the first Formula One after Drive to Survive came out. Formula One was the first thing that we like got obsessed with again, like in a real, obviously significant way since like maybe One Direction or something. So we were just like, I don't know, just started talking about how interesting it was, and we've always thought podcasts were important for us to do because we just have so much to say.
We do have so much to say, and we're the narcissists who think that everyone else needs to hear us.
Well, we're narcissistic enough. I don't think we are narcissists.
Sure.
But we have enough narcissistic
diagnose us. But I think we think that people enjoy hearing us speak, which thankfully there are.
Allegedly they do.
There's some people that do. Some people that don't, but like that's podcasting for you. I do think if we were to pivot now, I honestly think we would probably do just like a very generalized pop culture show where we would just talk about whatever's happening in pop culture and like whatever, break it down. And I don't know. I think like so too. That's what we would do.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd have something quite as like, what's the word? Produced or like
probably not
structured.
I feel like it would almost be, and I know people have a lot of opinions on this show, but like The Toast, where it's just like we're just covering a handful of
or
big
kind of
stories
like
in the
Brooke and Connor make a podcast.
Theirs
is less pop culture based, but it's just them chatting about what's happening in their life and like sharing funny and just commenting on whatever's going on.
I love them so much.
I know they're my favorite.
Yeah, they're just the best.
So I think it would be that vibe.
Yeah.
Which is hard to get an audience behind if you don't already have one, because you like people people are tuning into those kinds of shows for the host. It's not for the content.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, so if we ever pivot, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a rumor. So this person asked, if Yuki goes to IndyCar, is it time to start following? Now, there was a rumor that came out this week, and big emphasis on the word rumor, that Yuki has been in talks with, I can't remember what team in IndyCar, but that like for a potential move for next season in IndyCar.
Okay.
Now, you should be watching IndyCar even if Yuki is not involved.
IndyCar's great.
Because it is great. Like, it is one of those...
I need to follow it more.
Where you can, tune in, tune out. I mean, you can pick and choose what you want to watch. You don't have to watch every single race if you don't want to. And what I think is really cool about it is the difference in circuits, and that they race on street tracks. They race on like traditional, like road
course.
Where is it? Laguna Seca. And then they also race ovals. So that keeps it fun and interesting. And
Yuki on an oval, I think, would give me a lot of anxiety.
I would be my dad, I brought it up yesterday to my dad, and he was like, well, if he is in IndyCar next year, like, we have to go to the Indy 500. I was
of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like, that would just
absolutely
be legendary.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, you should already watch, but if he is involved, I swear to God, he, like, Pato O'Ward is probably the face of IndyCar right now, and deservedly so. Like,
100%.
He has put in the work. He is charismatic. He has all the things. But, like, Yuki is coming for his ass.
Yeah.
Like, coming for his ass. Because people will love Yuki in IndyCar.
Totally.
Love him. Especially if he's good. Like, obviously, he has to, like, prove himself. But if he is, like, contending...
Can you picture that sweet boy living in Indianapolis?
I think he'd love it.
I think he would too.
I think he'd have a great time. I think he would embrace the American culture,
of course he
the
would.
American way, and I think he'd have a fabulous time. I
do have to say, selfishly, the likelihood of us being able to talk to him skyrocket if he goes to IndyCar.
Skyrockets.
Yeah, through the roof.
So,
and it would devastate me to not have him in F1. But as long as he's still
doing
somewhere
something,
we can follow him and keep tabs.
And I just think it'd be so funny, like him on the radio in Indy, and then like the pit stops in IndyCar are so intense.
Yeah.
And just everything he'd have to be involved in would crack me up. So yes, the answer is yes, you should definitely watch IndyCar.
Also, I do think that we should try and go to the Indy 500 regardless.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think it would be so fun. Thanksgiving is coming up.
True.
So you can bring 2 drivers to your family dinner. Who are you bringing? Your Thanksgiving meal. I think this is a hard one because it's kind of like who's going to enjoy the Thanksgiving culture. Also, not that this matters, but like the Chiefs do play on Thanksgiving Day. So it would require, watching some football. So who's going to actually enjoy sitting down, watching some football? Who's gonna like the food? I know you don't do a traditional Thanksgiving.
We don't.
Right? Yeah.
No, because it's just my immediate family. So there's 4 of us. So we always.
That's kind of how we do it too. But
yeah, which I don't. Thanksgiving food isn't like my jam. I mean, love mashed potatoes, but otherwise it's kind of like
you don't like stuffing.
Oh, I think it's kind of gross. I know it's very unpopular opinion.
Well, I will say, stuffing can be gross. Like I think the best kind of stuffing is the boxed stuffing because it's the best kind of. This is going to be controversial, but like, I don't want raisins in my stuffing.
Yeah,
I don't
why
want
would you
cranberries.
do that?
I know some people love it.
No, dried fruit has no place in anything that we eat. Get it out of my salad. Get it out of my stuffing.
Okay, I will say sometimes I like it in a salad.
No, a craisin maybe, but no, it's not for me. It's the texture of them too.
So I will agree with you that if the stuffing is not done correctly, it's not good.
So I've never had correctly done stuffing.
Okay, so this thing's I'll make you a
give
little
me a little
thing.
bowl,
You can
little
try.
ramekin.
It's basically just bread.
Yeah.
Like, and you like bread.
Yeah.
With like some celery and
Oprah.
like exactly. And you like turkey, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
rolls.
Yeah, of course. But like it is almost impossible to make your turkey not dry.
No, I know. And I'm not a big turkey fan either. And I'm not really a big ham. I used to like ham. This is not the question. Which is
fine. But like, my mom started doing this short rib recipe and it's delicious.
That sounds good.
It's like a 1-pot Dutch oven situation. Yeah. So she's not stressed out because it's all very easy. And
I understand why we do the turkey. It's like the history of the Pilgrims and such. But I think the Pilgrims were around today, I think they would encourage us to pivot and try something new.
I totally agree. And so we have started doing that in their honor.
Exactly. Oh, and corn too. I obviously love corn. Yeah.
Love corn.
That's the best. But anyway, so who would I would invite? Okay, I would invite Yuki, obviously. And honestly, I'm going to invite Alex Albon.
So I was going to say, because obviously I would love Max to be there just to like, spend time and like really get to understand him, give him a few G&Ts and like let him loose. But I'm not sure it's the right vibe for my family's Thanksgiving. I actually think it would be Alex and Carlos.
Ooh, that's good.
Because my mom loves Carlos.
Yeah, she does.
And I feel like, Alex is just like, he's just the right vibe for everyone.
Yes.
He's gonna Carlos would appreciate. He loves the sport, so like he'll be down to watch the football, and I think we could play Catan after. I don't know how to play. He could teach me. Apparently, it's his new obsession.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I would welcome anyone.
Yeah, if any of you want to come over to my house
arms.
for Thanksgiving, LMK, like that's fine.
Exactly. You're more than welcome to come over.
Yeah.
I will say, like, so my family, like my extended family, doesn't come in town for Thanksgiving, but they come in like the week or two after. And we always do a big family game of Name That Tune, where we get split up into teams, and it is very contentious. Like my family is very competitive, and it gets like there's words being like my mom and my dad are like, dueling.
Wow, I would love to watch that.
And you are more than welcome to come over when we do it. And I was thinking, like, which of these drivers would be the best at, well, one, naming tunes, but also would match the energy. Wouldn't be like, oh my God, this is like because if you're not a family that, if you don't come from a competitive family or a family that really like gets invested, you'll be like, oh my God, these people are psycho.
Yeah.
So that is kind of why when I think Max would be fantastic, because I think he's going to come locked in.
Yeah.
Exchanging words is not, it's just another Tuesday for Max.
Exactly.
He's not, because the Dutch, they don't take it, they're very, to the point, blunt, don't take anything personally.
Yeah.
So that's when I would invite Max, and potentially also, actually I was going to say Oscar, but he probably knows no music.
So true. And there is something to say, if you invite Pierre, he could take you to the Chiefs game.
Or Esteban. Oh, I guess Esteban's not there anymore.
No.
That's very true. That's very true.
And probably be in Travis's suite with.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Mm-hmm. Actually, I do believe they play in Dallas for Thanksgiving.
So?
Well, yeah. I mean, we could fly to Dallas, but like, I'm just saying.
And also, I'm not really sure why we didn't consider the combination of Pierre and Yuki at Thanksgiving. But that feels like
that's a good point.
I feel like I've missed.
I am trying to think of collectively of like my family, and obviously my dad's gonna love having Yuki there, and I think Alex and my mom would really, they would definitely hit it off.
Yeah, Alex would love your mom.
Yeah, I think they would. I mean, Pierre's fine too, but I just think.
Yeah, and if they're playing in Dallas, that does change the dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway,
okay, well,
there's that. Okay, speaking of NFL,
run the dang ball.
Question: someone asked, thoughts on NFL's strategy to make the game more global? What can they learn from F1? I know you're not, and I don't know if you know this, but the NFL has made a big push in the last couple years to play a lot of games internationally, and they do multiple games in London. They do games in Dublin, Madrid, Germany, Brazil, yada yada. So what can they learn from F1? Do you think?
Well, I think that it's never going to be what F1 is. I mean, it's very hard to take a sport like football, American football, and make it global in the way that racing is global, in my opinion. I mean,
it's also going to take many years, because the beautiful thing about F1 is that the people that participate are from everywhere.
Yeah.
And so you find you have the geographic connection to drivers, they race everywhere. So it's like that pulls people in, whereas the NFL, yes, there's international people that are involved in the sport, but it's such an American sport that maybe people don't have that, and the teams are based in America, that if you don't have like a natural connection, it becomes harder to feel like emotionally connected.
Yeah. And my thing is like, I know that there are international audiences that are like locked into the NFL. So like there are, bars in other countries and stuff that like are packed out for these games. So my thing is like, I just hope that they're focused on going to where those fan bases are, like those and I think I'm assuming they do a good job of doing that. But I also am curious, like, okay, well, how many of like Americans are just traveling to London to see their team and like using it as an excuse. Like, I don't know if it's really how much it's actually helping people in other countries like get to know football.
I think it's funny because I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos of people like when they go to these games, wherever they are, London, Ireland, and they ask the fans. Well, first of all, it's very similar. I think the NFL in Europe. Let's just focus on Europe and the way that football, international football, is in the States.
Yeah,
where. Because the people will ask the fans, like, what team are you a fan of? And like, why did you become a fan? And it is funny because their reasons are like, when I was 12, I was watching a game and it was the Jets versus whoever. And I became a Jets fan.
Yeah.
And like, now my life's horrible.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like I went on vacation to Disney World and I decided to become a Miami Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's random.
It's so like for us here in the States, for some people, obviously it's totally random and they pick whoever they want to pick, which is obviously totally fine. I'm not someone who feels like you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I don't care about bandwagon fans. I don't care. But for most of us, it's a geographic connection. It's my parents and my, grandparents, whoever were fans, and it's passed down, which is very similar to how like the Premier League is in England, let's just say, or any league. Whereas for us Americans, it's like for a soccer team, we're like, well, I went to this, I watched this, or I saw
my
this
friend
player.
put a PowerPoint together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. And it is also interesting how at these games overseas, that like it'll be like, the Vikings versus the Browns or something, but the stadium is full of people just in the most people will wear whatever jersey they want to wear. Like they're not necessarily there for
they're excited to see the football game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
there was a guy from Love Island, Tommy Fury. Well, he was on Love Island, but he's also a boxer. I mean, he's more famous than just being on Love Island. Molly May's husband or fiance or ex, who cares? But he went. There was like some footage of him there, and they were just so confused.
It is confusing.
So that's for me too. Like as part of like the way that I was able to feel safe in this sport and get into it is because I knew what was going on ahead of time. So I do feel like there is an education necessary. Like we've talked about this before, but like you're the first person that explained football to me in a way that wasn't like made me more confused. I was just like, oh, that makes sense. Why doesn't everyone explain it this way? And it's because most people have an inherent understanding of how it works and they don't know how to articulate it properly or break it down to someone who's never understood it. And so, I haven't seen quarterback or any of that. Like, I don't know if they really go into explaining, because again, it's for a largely American audience, and most Americans who follow, like, they know how football works already.
Exactly.
So I'm sure there's tools and resources out there, but I do feel like that's half the battle.
I had this conversation with a friend. I was at our friend Taylor's house on Monday for the Chiefs game, and one of her friends was there, and she's not really a football fan. And she was like, yeah, no one's really ever she was talking about how someone was trying to explain football to her, and she's like, I was kind of more confused. And I told her the same thing. I said, people who have known the game since they were young, when they explain it, they don't necessarily explain it well because they kind of assume that the other person has some baseline knowledge, but you have to really break it down at its simplest form. Yeah. And also people oftentimes need to visualize what's going on. And I've heard from a lot of people that if you are a European who obviously loves soccer, football, that American football is so slow. And it is very slow. And I think that's a hard transition. But I don't know. I think there's a more in terms of not just going and playing a game, but actually going over and doing like getting kids involved in playing football or like more grassroots, like getting people to enjoy the sport as like like playing the sport and not just, even though football is very dangerous. And honestly, if you are living in England or something, just like stick to soccer. Like you don't need to play football. I don't know. It is hard too because like F1, you have 20 drivers. It's very easy to get invested in the drivers. It's very easy to understand the storylines. In football, you have 32 football teams with 50 plus players on the active roster and players on practice squad. It's like it's so overwhelming that it's just so hard to follow.
Right.
So I don't think we actually answer the question.
Well, no, but it's almost like if you want to be interested in the NFL, pick a team.
Yes.
Dive in.
Yes. Dive in.
And just like dedicate yourself to that team.
Yes.
And,
go from there.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I do think there's something to be said about the people who pick a team like that guy I was saying who picked the Jets. And, if you know anything about American football, like the Jets have been like the worst franchise forever. I mean, not forever, but for a very, very long time. And there's something about the loyalty of that. And, there's probably people out there who picked the Chiefs within the last 5 or 6 years and are living the high life.
Yeah.
But if you have, I will say this. If you're someone who's looking for an NFL team to be a fan of, and you want someone who's like low key, like kind of like maybe not one of the big teams to follow, but is not going to like
destroy your life.
Yeah. I'm going to say, and this is my second favorite team, Minnesota Vikings. Yeah. Minnesota Vikings. I think they're a fun team, and I would suggest being a fan of theirs. Midwest vibes. They have a fun chant that they have. They have a star player in Justin Jefferson. Who has a connection with Oscar Piastri.
Oh yeah.
I would say them. Like, they're fun. So
okay,
take that for what it is.
Love.
Okay. If you could go back and relive one F1 season as if it was happening now, which one would you pick?
Oh, that's a
good question.
Well, Daniel's there.
I was going to say it's going to have to be, my debate is between 2014, which is his first season with Red Bull when he won 3 times, or it would be when he even though it actually was probably not a great season for him, and I think he had a lot of DNFs, 2018 when he won in Monaco would be fantastic season to relive.
I don't know the years, obviously, because you're different than me. I would say Brosades.
2016.
Thank you. Or the year that Max, the final, Max and Lewis, their final.
2021.
Thank you.
I would say,
we barely missed that one.
Did Daniel win a race in 2016? Because if he did, then I might say 2016, just because then I can get a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Okay, he did not. Oh, no, he did. He won one race.
Okay.
So 2016's potential, because that could be fun. But yeah, it's one of those. I mean, sorry for not picking like back in the day. I don't, we have priorities here.
Yeah.
You have to form a boy band using 5 F1 drivers currently on the grid. Who are you picking for your boy band?
Okay.
You go first and then I'll go.
Charles. Alex. Lando. I'm assuming they're 5, right?
5.
Okay. Charles, Alex, Lando, Yuki, and Kimmy.
That's exactly the 5 that I was going to pick. That is exactly the 5 that I was going to pick.
I feel like we've hit all the right personality demos.
Because like Charles is the whatever. He's the like traditional heartthrob guy. Alex is like the fun, like the Nile.
The Nile, yeah.
The Nile. Lando is like the Zane. Yuki is the Louis.
Totally.
And Kimmy is...
Well, he's not quite
role.
Liam.
He's not Liam, but he's like the young baby of the group.
Yeah.
That's it, you guys. And they would kill the choreography.
Totally. I don't know about the vocals, but
I would. I was gonna consider Lewis, but Lewis is so much older that it's like he's like if there would be a boy band of like Lewis, Fernando, like
Nico,
just
the 3 of them,
Checo and Valtteri.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah,
that's the
Backstreet Boys.
They're wearing their trench coat, leather, coordinated outfit. Atmosphere. And they're
I'm very nervous for Nick Carter at the moment. He looks really
they're
unwell.
Coming out of the retirement for that. That's hilarious.
So good.
No, that's exactly who I was. Wait, so you said Charles, Alex, Lando, Kimmy, and Yuki. Yeah. Oh, that would be, the content would be so good.
I know.
So funny together.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Who would you trust? Or no, sorry. Would you trust Charles Leclerc to assemble IKEA furniture?
No. not unsupervised.
I just am seeing a image.
That's a great question, by the way.
Him like with the instructions like scattered across the room.
Right, barely looking at them.
The bits and parts scattered everywhere.
Which is just not how I do it. Like when I'm building IKEA furniture, first I get the instruction manual out and then I count and make sure I have everything required, because what I'm not going to do is get to the point of no return and I don't have one of those screw things that like anchors everything together. I'd lose my mind. So no, he's not allowed to build any of my IKEA furniture unsupervised.
Yeah, it would be a disaster. No one would. I would not want to watch that being built because it would be too stressful.
Well, and he seems like someone who like would mess up or something, like at the very end he's putting the drawer in and it's like a little tilted and he's freaking out. And I don't have time for that.
Who would be the best? Do
Me.
We think? No, the grid.
Oh, I mean, I knew what you actually meant.
I think because some may say Max, but I think Max is getting really frustrated and he's giving up.
Max isn't doing it. He's getting a task rabbit.
Yeah, that's true. I think George would be pretty good.
Yeah. I kind of think Ollie.
Ollie could be good. I think Carlos is getting that shit done.
Yeah. Nico.
Yeah.
Just dad, you know.
Yeah, he's taking care of things. And potentially Oscar as well.
Yeah.
He's staying calm. Mm-hmm. He's figuring it out.
Yeah. But let's be real. They're all hiring someone.
Exactly.
It's the IKEA furniture is coming assembled.
Yes. Someone else asked us if we've seen the new Amelia de Moldenberg Passenger Princess videos. Have you watched them?
Are there 5 out?
Well, they're I think it's just George, Ollie, and Oscar.
Okay, yeah, I've seen all of them.
Okay, yes, I really enjoyed her dynamic with because I think her last one was with Oscar, right?
Yeah,
I think it was Oscar. I really liked their vibe.
I
together.
did too. Oscar gave a lot more than I ever thought he would in that. I was never sure how
they're both kind of dry, sarcastic humor really worked well against each other. Like that vibe was vibing.
I also loved her with Ollie.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I feel like I got more of Ollie. Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I think she's doing one with Carlos and I can't remember. There's someone else. She already had with George. Yeah. Who is it?
Carlos will be good, I think.
Carlos and I don't know, but I'm like, of course, I'm like, why isn't like Yuki should have definitely done it because I think he would have been funny.
But I feel like it's only specific teams signed off on it.
Oh, maybe so. Anyway, it's good. I think she's obviously super funny, and I think it's good for F1. You know, expand.
Her parallel parking was hilarious. Like, I mean, all of it was just so funny. And George, like when she almost like backed into the wall. I mean, it's just so good.
So funny. Okay, well, that is the questions. Now, I did just want to do a quick shout out because by the time this comes out, well, hopefully, maybe if you're listening to this very, very like super early in the morning, this won't be out yet. But a bunch of F1 creators are coming together to do a giant, big fundraiser for Feed America. And I will include the link in the description of this episode on
YouTube,
Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Also put it in, it'll probably be in our stories. If I remember to do it, I'll put it in the description of our bio. Yes, thank you. Mm-hmm. But right now, food banks are running very, very low on food. And obviously, you know, holidays are coming up. Thanksgivings are coming up. It's a great time to give back to the community. Food banks really rely on money. I know people love to give like their canned goods and stuff, but your dollar will go a lot farther. Actually, fun fact, $1 can feed up to 10 different people. So like, that's pretty good bang for your buck. So if you would love to donate, we would really appreciate it. Lots of other creators are getting involved in this. I think we're all going to donate. So it can be one big, giant F1 community event. So if you feel so inclined, please do so. We would definitely appreciate it. And I'm sure that others would too. Okay, anything else we need to touch on before we wrap up this episode?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty nervous for this weekend. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm nervous too.
It feels like a lot's on the line.
It's a sprint, right?
It's a sprint. And yeah, I just feel like a lot's on the line. So anyway, for those who are rooting for, if you have a dog in this fight, if you don't have a dog in the fight, then that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
But I have a dog. Would you prefer Max or Oscar at this point?
Max.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I think he has more to come back from.
No, I just mean to win it all. Like, would you rather Max win the champion? So, because you want to see the mountain being climbed.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I feel like at the beginning of the season, you would have said Oscar because you would have wanted a new champion.
Yeah. And I mean, not that, like, I would be just as happy if it was Oscar. Yeah. But I think you're asking me what I would prefer.
Yeah, totally.
No, I know. But I think, because, again, I think that to me would be a more worthy championship that sounds so bad, but it would be like exciting to see him like really come back and win it.
It's a real show of like his greatness.
Yeah.
I do think that's a thing too in like other sports, where if a player or a team has like a quote unquote easy road to the championship, there are people who are like, well, they only had to play this team, that team. Yeah. So, you know, is it as good of a champ? Whereas if you really like had to beat this team on the road, then you had to go to this other place. Like then people really, I don't know. It's all dumb because a championship is a championship.
Totally.
But it does feel like, I don't know, it means more or something. Yeah. And I will say, like, I maybe said this here or I said this off mic, but if Max manages somehow, some way to win this championship, even though that will be his 5th championship, I kind of think he might have to be considered the GOAT.
Yeah.
At that point in time. And my feeling is it's very similar to the Mahomes Brady of it all, whereas like or the LeBron James, Michael Jordan, people are always used the number of championships to like say this person's the GOAT. You know, Tom Brady has 7, Patrick Mahomes has 3, so he can never be considered the GOAT until he has the same or more. Now, I do think there's a difference between the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and the BOAT, the best of all time.
Yeah.
And I think if Max wins, maybe he's not the GOAT with 5, but I think he might be the BOAT.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a Lewis fan. Okay, I'm a Lewis fan.
Yeah.
But that'd be pretty freaking sick. So anyway,
do the Chiefs play the Bills today?
They do play the Bills.
Do you think Daniel's going?
I don't know. It's a good question. I never really thought about that. They are playing in Buffalo. Yes.
Well, here's hoping.
Here's hoping. We'll find out soon. Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you guys next time.
Enchanté.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're coming back because I literally just opened my phone to Charles Leclerc and Alexandra getting engaged. Holy shit. Mrs. Leclerc is on the way. Her ring is huge. Here, I'll show you the picture. Oh my gosh. So we just had to record I was pissed because we literally stopped recording.
And
I opened my phone and I saw this and I was like, holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, can you read the caption? What was this?
Yeah, Mr. Squared. Oh, because Leo.
Oh.
Mr. and Mrs. Leclerc. Engagement ring, red heart, red heart, red heart. Photo tag.
Crazy.
Oh, and it's collar inscribed. It says, "Dad wants to marry you."
Cute.
That is cute. That's crazy. Oh, and there's some treats. ANC. Looks like some eclairs and cookies. And oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. We just had to come on just to get, because this is obviously going to be all anyone's talking about.
Yeah, of course.
And we have an engagement. You know, there's been a lot of talk recently, like who's the next F1 driver to get engaged? And people were saying
Chucky.
People were honestly debating between Alex, George, and Carlos. And I don't think many were considering Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, interesting.
But, wow. He is going to be a husband.
Yeah, good for. Can I see the ring again?
Of course, yes. Congratulations to them. Very exciting. I wonder if this will start a domino
trend.
effect.
Yeah. I bet some of them are texting him like, bro, why didn't you tell me? I was just about to propose. That ring is not small. It's very pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway, okay, we just had to share that.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
This is very big news in the F1 community. And
do you think Hailey Bieber will go?
Oh my gosh, that wedding is going to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cover of Vogue, I'm calling it. Cover of someone's Vogue.
Yeah. Italian, French.
Oh my gosh, Italian. Yeah. It would be
cover of someone's Vogue.
Wow. I mean, seriously, she had
never done breaking news before.
Well, actually, I think we did when we found out when George was disqualified on the air. But you know, I remember when Charles first started dating Alex, she had a private account on Instagram with like maybe 1,000 followers. Like I don't know, you know, just her friends.
Yeah.
She has now almost 3 million Instagram followers.
It's
like
wild.
She has really whatever the word is, like not pivoted, but she has like created her own aesthetic, her own vibe, her own brand. She's very much, I think, a lot of ways like the Morgan Riddle of
Formula One.
Of the Formula One grid. As are many, like, you know,
sure.
Many of these people have like created their own brands, but hers is very impressive. Wow.
Yeah,
Charles
that's
Leclerc.
exciting. I'm so excited for them.
I'm so excited for them as well. Okay, well, that's that on that. And we'll see you guys next time.
Enchanté.